Ladies and gentlemen, dear esteemed logistics colleagues, you're listening to the Logistics Insights podcast. I hope you enjoyed the first chapter and found it useful. If so, let's continue navigating the world of my new book, Strategic Logistics Management. Welcome to the new episode. Today our new destination is episode 2, which is focused on the fundamentals of logistics. First of all, I want to ask you a question. Where do the products of a global fast food restaurant that you frequently go to for your lunch break come from, or is a product you use or an apparel you wear, actually made in the country where the brand name is registered? When we try to answer these questions, we will see raw materials, intermediate components, and assembly of many products that are subject to daily commercial life are made in different countries. Logistics appears as the function that physically brings together the links of the supply chain system, which offers production outputs in different geographies by taking into account the demands of customers in different geographies like ours and ensuring the movement of products. However, logistics is not a pure transportation or storage activity, as many say, nor is it a customs or express package service on its own. Logistics is a vital function that ensures that the needs of consumers and industrial customers who supply them are delivered at the right time, in the right place, in the right quantity, under the right conditions and at the right cost. Sector that has an important place in the country's economy. Let's take a brief look at the data from the United Kingdom as an example. It can be seen that approximately 95% of the fruits and more than 50% of the vegetables consumed on the island are imported from other countries with the support of the logistics function. Wow! These data are a sufficient example to understand how logistics contributes to our lives. Dear esteemed logistics colleagues, let me give you a little bit more insight into the second chapter. In this section of the Strategic Logistics Management book, The Development of Logistics, which touches people's lives to this extent, from its emergence to today, and the basics of logistics within the framework of approaches are included. As it is known by many, logistics, according to the most valid definition today, is the process of planning, implementation, and control procedures to ensure the effective and efficient flow and storage of all kinds of products, services and related information flow within the supply chain, from the origin point to the final point where the product is consumed, in order to meet the needs of customers. The history of logistics is actually as old as the history of humanity. The process that started with agricultural societies bringing their surplus production to the market has changed greatly over time. However, especially after World War II, logistics began to be viewed within a scientific framework. The issue, which was discussed in terms of planning distribution channels from a marketer perspective until the end of the 1950s, increased interest in logistics after Peter Drucker's article in 1960 revealed how important and real an opportunity logistics and distribution were in increasing the organizational efficiency of businesses. The oil crisis in the 1970s caused all businesses to learn the cost of not taking logistics costs into account. In the 1990s, after the Gulf War revealed the contribution of logistics activities to the success of the war, research gained great momentum with the increased interest of business managers and academicians in this field, and the complete renewal of logistics systems, which preserved their historical roots in many areas, in parallel with the modern logistics understanding began to take place. As can be understood, the traditional perception that the concept of logistics is equal to transportation has changed today, and logistics has become an important management function that must be addressed in order for the business to continue its existence, make a difference, and maximize the benefit of its operations. Logistics costs arise not only in the logistics department of the business but also in marketing, sales and distribution, management, production and supply, in other words, in all functional areas of the business. The purpose of the logistics function, which has become an important interface of production and distribution functions within the framework of modern logistics understanding, is to ensure packaging and storage of goods, that is, the physical distribution function, and the flow planning, supply, storage and control of materials, that is, the material management function, are compatible with each other. By the way, logistics is important for countries as well as businesses. Although the size of the logistics sector varies from country to country, according to World Bank data, it is approximately 11 to 14% of the GDP of the country's economies. As such, it creates added value for various sectors, and as a logistics sector, it also plays an important role in country economies. Okay. This is it, about the second chapter. Dear esteemed logistics colleagues, thank you for joining me in my book on this journey, and I am going to schedule new episodes to share more insights from my book with you. See you in the next episodes. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to follow the next episodes.